All right, hello everyone, and welcome to Rise Zion. My name is Seth, and I hope you're all having a fantastic and wonderful Sunday. I wanted to create for you a really short video for you today, just a little faith booster on your day off. Don't want to take up too much of your time. As you know, I've been doing some second coming rumor updates on my channel. Yesterday, I posted the video that we've been referencing for a while now that shows a state conference in which apostles and general authorities are instructing local leaders to prepare and get ready for the second coming. This was really exciting in and of itself. Now, interestingly, this video was posted all the way back in 2023. It wasn't that long ago, but it was back in 2023. So it seems that this preparation, let's say, has been ongoing, even before President Nelson gave his general conference talk in 2024, talking about the Lord's return, right? So this is really, really interesting and intriguing. The trend seems to be that the church is progressively increasing its call to church members to get ready now. Today, I have some more information that is just adding to this growing body of evidence that the church is moving with increasing urgency, more than ever before, to help prepare local wards and stakes. Now, a viewer sent me this email describing their stake conference, and as always, we maintain our viewers' confidentiality, but I'd like to read that for you right now, just to let you see what they are talking about here. They say, "Hello, redacted. In my state conference, Elder Carpenter of the 70 came to our conference right before Christmas. I asked the missionaries when the Saturday night session was. They told me the incorrect time, of course, right? But it was awesome because I attended the leadership session and knew a few people from the stake. So I sat in and listened in the back. I knew someone from Relief Society. She invited me to stay. Elder Carpenter had all of the Relief Society presidency, as well as the elder quorum leaders and bishop, stand up. He commended them and blessed them for their efforts. He had a whiteboard with how-tos and gave guidance on what to expect. Things like we should expect a lot and expect to have the gift of charity. He made it clear that they were set in their place at this time to help lead and were called to these positions for a purpose. He said that each ward boundary had been set in place and to expect an influx of members." Okay, so this is really interesting, right? Let's take a little pause here and analyze this. So this first paragraph is actually really interesting because this sentence, where he says we can expect an influx of members, might suggest a few things, right? But in all cases, we know that they are expecting an influx of new and returning members. Okay, so possibility one is it could suggest that they are expecting more members to join the church prior to the second coming because of the increasing signs of the times, or even after the second coming happens. Now, this is an intriguing possibility that I've been hearing on some other channels like Christian Homestead, for example. Some people think that during the second coming that a lot of people will join the church, and I admit that that could be a very good possibility, but I preface that with, it depends on how public the Lord makes his second coming appearing, right, to his people, and how obvious he makes it. There is a possibility that he only shows himself to his chosen people at first, and that he might desire to challenge the faith of the world, right? So we need to be perhaps careful in assuming that we'll have a second chance, so to speak, to join the church if you haven't already joined, or to come back to church if you've left the church during the second coming itself. Now, it might not be the case that we can do that, so we just need to be really careful in our assumptions. Now, the second possibility here is this sentence could also indicate that as a stake, they are also increasing their missionary efforts and ministering efforts with the goal of increasing their membership. Thus, they've planned accordingly with the appropriate ward boundaries. Either possibilities are intriguing ideas, and both are miraculous in different ways, considering that most churches in the United States today have a falling membership rather than growing. So this is really, really intriguing either way. But let's continue reading this letter. They say, Elder Carpenter is very charismatic and super personable. Saturday night session was amazing. Elder Carpenter was very one-on-one oriented. There were some visual aids during his talk that were profound and helpful. He walked through the congregation and asked questions to anyone willing to share. He kept it very simple, but it was all pointed to the fact that we are in the last part of this dispensation and to all be ready to help reign during the Lord's second coming. He said to the people in attendance, "You all are here on the Saturday night. You're committed. And how do you help your neighbor see the difference in us as members of the church?" The answer was, loving thy neighbor is key. Please know I am paraphrasing. I usually take copious notes, but this was so cool, so real, and very impactful for me and for all of those who were in attendance. Okay, so this paragraph is really interesting. Let's take a little pause and examine that little part there that says that we should be ready to help reign during the Lord's second coming. Now, I've mentioned this before in my channel. If you think that we're going to be passive participants during the second coming, you are mistaken. The purpose of our anointing we should consider with great care. The anointing that we partake of in the temples are preparatory for reigning with the King of Kings and Lord of Lords. We have to consider if the Lord is the King of Kings, who are the little kings? If the Lord is the Lord of Lords, who are the little lords? Right? During his millennial reign, there will be an opportunity for some of us to participate in that reigning. Okay? I think that's really an important thing to remember. And it's very interesting that he brought this up during this talk. Okay? So that's just not something that we typically talk about. But I think that we ought to. Okay, let's continue reading. The Sunday session was also absolutely amazing. Elder Carpenter is meek, kind, and loves music. After the wonderful talks and music, Elder Carpenter gave a lovely closing talk. He was very delighted with the stake president. The talks given by those in the stake were focused on Jesus Christ. Elder Carpenter spoke about the second coming explicitly, and each of our roles in it. Seeing his enthusiasm and coming to find out he was on a flight the Friday night before to arrive, kind of last minute, to spend that weekend with us was very special. If I think of more, I will be in touch with you. The following Sunday, everyone 14 and up, male and female, gathered for Sunday school meeting. They reiterated what they were taught. They told us to expect to minister up to 4 times as much and to gather Israel on both sides of the veil in the process. Things are happening. It is all very exciting. I've heard from other friends around the country that the 12 apostles have been attending state conferences for a few months now. I hope this helps. I will review it again tomorrow. I couldn't sleep and remembered I had made a promise. I love keeping my promises. Keep up the good work and let's all prepare for his second coming. I personally believe the second coming is soon. I cannot wait for him to return. I've had personal miracles in my life and have had the gift of dreams. They are vivid and different as of late. Happy Sunday, sincerely redacted. All right. P.S. They add this at the end. Prepare. I'm older. I have never seen prophetic warnings and signs as we are having right now. My 83-year-old covenant keeper of a father and my mother say the same thing. All right, and that's it for today, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel before you go so that our message can reach as many people as possible through the YouTube algorithm. By doing this, you're doing your part to help spread this message. If you have a report that you'd like to share, please feel free to email me. We are always grateful for eyewitness testimony that helps to boost our faith and that will provide evidence that the church is helping us to prepare for the second coming now. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, bye.